Welcome to my channel. Subscribe, listen, and enjoy my stories every day.
I'm sitting at home, sifting through old photo albums on a quiet Sunday afternoon. The sunlight streams through the half-closed blinds, casting a warm glow across the living room. The sound of the landline ringing jolts me out of my reverie. It's rare for the landline to ring these days. Most people use cell phones. I glance at the caller ID, but it's just a number I don't recognize. Curious, I pick up the receiver. "Hello?" I say. There's a brief pause before a male voice, unfamiliar and husky, comes through. "Hi honey, is everything on schedule today? Meet me at the Big Surf Cafe at 8 p.m. My jaw almost drops. Who the hell is this guy? I stare at the phone, my mind racing. My wife, Lisa, is at work, and she's never mentioned anything about a Big Surf Cafe or any kind of clandestine meeting. Before I can think it through, I decide to play along. Lowering my voice and trying to mimic Lisa's tone, I reply with a simple, yes, and then hang up. For a moment, I sit there, stunned. Questions whirl in my mind like a tornado. Who is this man? Why is he calling my wife? And what the hell is happening at the Big Surf Cafe at 8 p.m.? I take a deep breath, my initial shock giving way to a cold, calculating resolve. I need to get to the bottom of this, and fast. A plan begins to form in my mind. To begin with, I need to confirm whether Lisa has any plans for tonight. Grabbing my phone, I send her a quick text. "Hey, what's your schedule like for tonight? Thinking about ordering dinner." While I wait for her response, I make my way to the kitchen and pour myself a cup of coffee. My thoughts are a jumble, but one thing is clear: I need to be at the Big Surf Cafe tonight. The notification sound from my phone snaps me back to the present. Lisa's reply is brief. "Working late, don't wait up. Love you." I stare at the screen, my heart pounding. So she's not planning to be home tonight. Interesting. I sip my coffee, my mind racing with possibilities. If she's meeting someone at the cafe, I need to see it with my own eyes. I spend the rest of the afternoon preparing. I dig out an old baseball cap and a pair of sunglasses from the closet, hoping they'll help me blend in. I also make sure my phone is fully charged. I might need to record whatever goes down tonight. By the time the clock reads 7 p.m., I'm ready. The Big Surf Cafe is a short drive from our house, and I leave with plenty of time to spare. As I drive, I can't help but wonder what I'll find. Part of me hopes it's all a misunderstanding, but another part of me, a darker part, is ready for anything. When I arrive at the cafe, I park a few blocks away and walk the rest of the distance. The sun has set, and the streets are bathed in the soft glow of streetlights. I slip into the cafe a few minutes before 8 p.m. and find a seat in a corner where I have a clear view of the entrance. The cafe is cozy, with dim lighting and a few patrons scattered around. I order a coffee and settle in to wait, my eyes glued to the door. Minutes tick by, and my nerves are on edge. Then, at exactly 8 p.m., the door swings open, and a man walks in. He's tall, with broad shoulders and dark hair. He looks around, clearly searching for someone. My heart skips a beat as I recognize his voice. It's the same one from the phone call. He heads to a table near the back, glancing at his watch. I wait, my pulse pounding in my ears. And then, to my utter shock, Lisa walks in. She's wearing a red dress I've never seen before, and she looks stunning. My stomach churns as she approaches the man, who stands to greet her. They exchange a brief hug, and she sits down. I can't hear their conversation from where I'm sitting, but their body language speaks volumes. They lean in close, talking quietly, and Lisa's smile is brighter than I've seen in years. My mind races, a mix of anger, betrayal, and confusion. What is she doing here? Who is this man? I pull out my phone and discreetly take a few pictures. I need evidence, something to confront her with later. For now, I need to stay calm and gather as much information as possible. After what feels like an eternity, they stand up and head for the door. I follow at a safe distance, slipping out of the cafe just in time to see them getting into a car together. I quickly note the license plate and make my way back to my own car. As I drive home, my mind is a whirlwind of thoughts. I need to confront Lisa, but I also need to be smart about it. There's a lot I don't know, and rushing in without a plan could backfire. When I get home, I sit down at the kitchen table and start organizing my thoughts. I need to find out who this man is and what his connection to Lisa is. And I need to do it without letting her know I'm onto her. My heart aches with the weight of betrayal, but I push the pain aside. There's a mystery to solve, and I won't rest until I have the answers. Tonight was just the beginning. The next morning, I wake up with a heavy heart and a determination that solidifies as I replay the events of last night. I need answers, and I need them now. Lisa left for work early, as usual, giving me some time to plan my next move. First things first, I need to find out who the man from the big surf cafe is. I scribble down the license plate number I noted last night and decide to start there. I don't have many connections, but I know someone who can help. I grab my phone and dial the number of my old friend Jake, a private investigator. We haven't spoken in a while, but I hope he can help me out. Jake, it's Tom. I need a favor, I say, trying to keep my voice steady. Tom. Long time no talk. What's going on? Jake sounds surprised but friendly. I explain the situation briefly, giving him the license plate number and describing the man I saw with Lisa. Can you find out who this guy is? I ask, my voice betraying my anxiety. Sure thing, Tom. I'll get back to you as soon as I have something. Hang in there, Jake replies, his tone turning serious. While I wait for Jake's call, I decide to do some digging of my own. I head to Lisa's home office, a room I rarely enter. It feels invasive, but I need to know what's going on. I start with her desk, carefully searching through drawers and files. In one drawer, I find a notebook with what looks like a schedule. I flip through the pages, noting several meetings marked with just initials. One entry stands out, BSC, 8 p.m. My heart sinks. BSC must be the big surf cafe. How long has this been going on? My phone buzzes, startling me. It's Jake. Got some info for you, he says. The car belongs to a guy named Mark Benson. He's got a clean record, nothing suspicious. But get this, he works for a company called Orion Solutions. I feel a jolt of recognition. Orion Solutions is a tech company that Lisa mentioned a few times, something about a big project at work. Could this be related? Thanks, Jake. I owe you one, I say, my mind racing with possibilities. No problem. Be careful, Tom. If you need more help, just call, Jake replies before hanging up. I sit down, the pieces of the puzzle slowly coming together. Lisa and Mark are connected through her work, but why the secrecy? I decide to confront Lisa tonight, but I need to be careful. I don't want her to know I've been snooping. The day drags on, every minute feeling like an hour. Finally, Lisa comes home, looking tired but cheerful. I force a smile, trying to act normal. Hey, how was your day? I ask, trying to sound casual. Long and tiring. I'm just glad to be home, she replies, giving me a peck on the cheek. We have dinner, making small talk. I can't help but study her, looking for any signs of deceit. She seems perfectly normal, which only makes me more suspicious. After dinner, I decide to broach the subject. Lisa, I've been thinking, we haven't had a date night in a while. How about we go out this weekend? I suggest, watching her reaction closely. She hesitates, just for a moment, before smiling. That sounds great, Tom. We do need some time together. I nod, feeling a pang of guilt for my ulterior motives. But I need to know the truth. The rest of the evening passes uneventfully. Lisa goes to bed early, exhausted from her long day. I stay up, my mind churning with questions and theories. Finally, I can't take it anymore. I grab my phone and text Jake again, asking him to meet me tomorrow. The next morning, I head to a small diner where Jake and I used to hang out. He's already there, sipping a coffee when I arrive. Thanks for meeting me, I say, sliding into the booth across from him. No problem. What's up? He asks, his keen eyes studying me. I explain everything I've discovered, including Lisa's notebook and the connection to Orion Solutions. Jake listens intently, nodding. Sounds like there's more to this than meets the eye. We need more information. Do you have access to Lisa's work emails? I shake my head. No, but I might be able to get into her laptop. She's pretty trusting with her passwords. Jake nods. That's a start. If we can find any communication between her and Mark, it might give us a clue. But be careful. If she catches you, it could make things worse. I agree, feeling a mix of dread and determination. When I get home, I wait for Lisa to leave for work. Then, I head to her office and power up her laptop. It's password protected, but I try a few combinations of our anniversary and her favorite pet's name. On the third try, I'm in. My heart races as I search through her emails. Most of them are work-related, nothing out of the ordinary. But then I find a series of emails between Lisa and Mark. They're discussing a project at Orion Solutions, something big and secretive. One email catches my eye. It's from Mark, sent late at night. Lisa, we need to be careful. If anyone finds out about our involvement, it could ruin everything. See you tonight at BSC. My blood runs cold. This isn't just a casual affair. They're involved in something serious, and it's clear they don't want anyone to know. I print out the emails, needing proof for whatever comes next. As I finish, I hear the front door open. Panic sets in as I quickly shut down the laptop and stash the printouts in my desk drawer. Tom. Are you home? Lisa calls out. Yeah, just in the office, I reply, trying to keep my voice steady. She appears in the doorway, smiling. I forgot my phone. Thought I'd grab it before heading to the meeting. I nod, my heart pounding. She doesn't seem to suspect anything. As she grabs her phone and heads back out, I let out a sigh of relief. I need to confront her, but I need more information first. This is bigger than I thought, and I can't afford to make any mistakes. Jake's words echo in my mind, be careful. If she catches you, it could make things worse. I resolve to dig deeper, to uncover the truth no matter what it takes. The web of secrets is starting to unravel, and I'm determined to find out what lies at the center. The following morning, I wake up with a renewed sense of determination. Lisa is already up, preparing for work, and I can hear her moving about the kitchen. I join her, forcing a casual smile as I pour myself a cup of coffee. Morning, Lisa, I say, my voice as steady as I can manage. Morning, Tom, she replies, flashing me a tired but genuine smile. Big plans for today? Just the usual. Thought I might do some yard work, I lie, hoping to sound nonchalant. She nods, sipping her coffee. Sounds good. I'll be home late again tonight. Another long day at the office. I nod, watching her carefully. She seems perfectly normal, but the emails I found are still fresh in my mind. There's something she's not telling me, something important. After Lisa leaves, I waste no time. I call Jake again, filling him in on what I found on Lisa's laptop. Jake, I found emails between Lisa and Mark. They're involved in something big at Orion Solutions, and they're being very secretive about it, I explain, pacing the living room. Interesting, Jake replies thoughtfully. We need to know more about this project. If it's something shady, we might be able to leverage that information. I agree. But how do we find out more without tipping her off? I ask, frustration creeping into my voice. Jake thinks for a moment. We need someone on the inside. Do you know anyone else who works at Orion Solutions? I rack my brain, trying to recall any names Lisa might have mentioned. There's a guy named Paul. He's a friend of Lisa's and works in the same department. We've met a few times at company events. Perfect. Reach out to him, see if you can get any information without raising suspicion, Jake advises. I thank him and hang up, my mind racing. I need to contact Paul, but it has to be subtle. I find his number in my contacts and send him a casual text. Hey Paul, it's Tom. Long time no see. Thinking of catching up. How about a coffee sometime this week? I wait anxiously for his reply, hoping he's available and willing to meet. Within minutes, my phone buzzes. Hey Tom. Sounds great. How about tomorrow morning? 9 a.m. at the Green Leaf Cafe. I breathe a sigh of relief and quickly agree. The Green Leaf Cafe is a popular spot, and I know it'll be easy to blend in. Now all I have to do is wait. The next morning, I arrive at the Green Leaf Cafe a little early, my nerves on edge. I order a coffee and find a table near the back, keeping an eye on the entrance. Paul arrives right on time, a friendly smile on his face as he spots me. Tom. Great to see you, he says, clapping me on the back as he sits down. You too, Paul. How have you been? I ask, trying to keep the conversation light. We chat for a while, catching up on life and work. Eventually, I steer the conversation towards Orion Solutions. So, how's everything going at Orion? Lisa's been working crazy hours lately, I say, trying to sound casual. Paul nods, his expression turning serious. Yeah, it's been intense. We're working on a huge project right now. High stakes, lots of pressure. I lean in, lowering my voice. She hasn't talked much about it. What's the project about? Paul glances around, then leans in closer. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but we're developing a new AI technology. It's supposed to revolutionize the industry. But there's a lot of secrecy and some questionable practices going on. My heart skips a beat. Questionable practices. Like what? Paul hesitates, then lowers his voice even more. There's been talk of data breaches, unauthorized access to personal information. Some of us think they're cutting corners to rush the project to market. I feel a chill run down my spine. That sounds serious. Does Lisa know about this? Paul nods. She's in the thick of it. But she's loyal to the company. She believes they're doing the right thing, even if it's a bit unconventional. I thank Paul for the information, my mind racing. This is bigger than I thought. If Lisa's involved in something illegal, she could be in serious trouble. I need to find out more, but I also need to protect her. After leaving the cafe, I call Jake again, filling him in on what Paul told me. Jake, this is bad. They're developing some kind of AI technology and cutting corners. Lisa's right in the middle of it, I say, my voice shaking. Sounds like we're dealing with a corporate scandal, Jake replies. We need concrete evidence. Can you get more access to Lisa's emails or documents? I'll try. But if she finds out, it could blow everything, I say, feeling the weight of the situation pressing down on me. Be careful, Tom. We're getting close, but we need to play this smart. Let me do some digging on Orion Solutions from my end. See if there are any whistleblowers or former employees who might talk, Jake suggests. I agree and hang up, my mind spinning with possibilities. I need to find out more, but I also need to keep Lisa safe. The stakes are higher than ever, and one wrong move could cost us everything. That evening, I wait for Lisa to come home, my heart heavy with the burden of what I've learned. When she finally walks through the door, she looks exhausted. Long day? I ask, trying to sound sympathetic. The longest, she replies, sinking into the couch. I just need to relax. I sit down beside her, my mind a whirl of questions and fears. Lisa, can we talk? She looks at me, surprised by the seriousness in my tone. Of course. What's on your mind? I take a deep breath, choosing my words carefully. I've been worried about you. You've been working so hard, and I feel like there's something you're not telling me. Lisa's eyes widen, and she looks away. Tom, it's just work. I can't talk about it. It's complicated. I reach out, taking her hand. I know it's complicated. But I'm your husband. I want to help. Please, just tell me what's going on. She hesitates, tears welling up in her eyes. Tom, I'm in over my head. This project, it's huge. And there are things happening that I don't agree with. But I can't just walk away. I pull her into a hug, feeling her trembling in my arms. We'll figure this out together. But you need to be honest with me. No more secrets. She nods, clinging to me. I'm scared, Tom. I don't know what to do. We'll find a way, I promise, my resolve strengthening. We'll get through this. But first, we need to know exactly what we're dealing with. As Lisa opens up, telling me everything she knows about the project and the shady dealings at Orion Solutions, I realize just how deep this rabbit hole goes. The web of deceit and danger is larger than I ever imagined, but I'm determined to protect my wife and uncover the truth. Together, we're stronger. And together, we'll face whatever comes next. The next morning, Lisa and I decide to take action. With her permission, I access her work laptop again, searching for any incriminating documents or emails that could expose Orion Solutions' illicit activities. Lisa sits beside me, guiding me through the files. Her hands tremble, but her determination is palpable. As we dig through the folders, we find several encrypted files. Lisa explains that only a few high-level employees, including her and Mark, have the decryption key. With a few keystrokes, she unlocks them, revealing a trove of documents detailing the AI project and its questionable methods. Look at this, Lisa says, pointing to a file marked, Confidential, Project Titan. As I open it, my eyes widen in disbelief. The document outlines how Orion Solutions has been collecting vast amounts of personal data from unwitting users, bypassing legal channels to speed up their AI development. This is insane, I mutter. They're violating privacy laws left and right. Lisa nods, her face pale. It gets worse. They've been using this data to train the AI, and some of it involves sensitive information that could ruin lives if it got out. My heart pounds as I scroll through the files, finding evidence of data breaches, unethical experiments, and a clear disregard for privacy rights. This is the smoking gun we need, but we can't expose it alone. I'll contact Jake, I say, pulling out my phone. We need his help to take this to the authorities. Jake answers on the first ring, and I quickly brief him on our findings. We have the evidence. We need to move fast before Orion covers their tracks. Got it. Meet me at my office in an hour. I'll arrange a meeting with a contact at the FBI, Jake says, his voice steady and reassuring. Lisa and I gather the documents, copying everything onto a secure USB drive. We head to Jake's office, nerves on edge but fueled by a sense of purpose. When we arrive, Jake is already there, waiting with a man in a suit who introduces himself as Agent Parker. "I've reviewed the documents you sent, and this is serious," Agent Parker says, his expression grave. "We need to act quickly to secure more evidence and prevent Orion Solutions from destroying anything." Lisa agrees to testify, providing insider information that could be crucial to the investigation. Agent Parker assures her that she'll be protected, but the risk is still immense. As we finalize our plan, Jake receives a call. His face tightens as he listens, and he quickly hangs up. "That was one of my sources. Mark Benson is on to us. He's mobilizing a team to cover up their tracks. We need to act now." Agent Parker arranges for a raid on Orion Solutions, coordinating with his team to ensure no one escapes with critical information. Lisa and I are taken to a safe house, guarded by federal agents. Hours pass like days as we wait for news. Finally, Agent Parker calls. The raid was successful. We've seized their servers and detained several key employees, including Mark Benson. Thanks to your evidence, we have a solid case against Orion Solutions. Relief floods through me, but there's still a nagging feeling that something isn't right. What about the AI project? Did you secure all the data? We're still analyzing the servers, but it looks like we got most of it, Agent Parker replies. I glance at Lisa, seeing the same worry reflected in her eyes. We need to be sure. If any of that data gets out, it could cause irreparable harm. Agent Parker nods. We'll do a thorough sweep. In the meantime, you both should stay here until we're certain it's safe. Days turn into weeks as the investigation unfolds. Lisa and I remain in the safe house, our lives upended but our bond stronger than ever. The media catches wind of the scandal, and Orion Solutions' reputation is shattered. Whistleblowers come forward, revealing even more damning information about the company's practices. One evening, as we're watching the news, Lisa's phone rings. It's an unknown number. She answers cautiously. "Hello?" "Hi honey, it's Mark," a familiar husky voice says, sending chills down my spine. "Thought you'd seen the last of me, didn't you?" Lisa pales, and I quickly take the phone, switching it to speaker. "What do you want, Mark?" "Oh, just a little reunion. You see, you didn't get everything. I have a backup of the AI data, and if you don't meet me tonight, I'll release it to the highest bidder," Mark says, his voice dripping with malice. Agent Parker, who's been staying with us, quickly calls his team. "We'll set a trap. Tom, Lisa, you're not going alone." Later that night, we arrive at the abandoned warehouse Mark specified, with Agent Parker and his team in tow. We step inside, the place dimly lit and eerily silent. Mark appears from the shadows, holding a small device. "Nice to see you again, Lisa." "Tom. I knew you'd come." "Let's end this, Mark," Lisa says, her voice steady despite the fear in her eyes. "Hand over the data." Mark laughs. "Oh, it's not that simple. You see, I have a buyer lined up. But I'm willing to negotiate. Maybe I'll even let you walk away." Agent Parker signals his team, who move in silently. Mark is too focused on us to notice. "Negotiate?" "You're out of your mind, Mark," I say, trying to keep him talking. "Maybe. But I hold all the cards," he sneers, holding up the device. "Not anymore," Agent Parker says, stepping forward with his gun drawn. "Drop it, Mark. It's over." Mark's eyes widen in shock, but he quickly recovers, a dangerous glint in his eyes. "You think you've won? Even if you arrest me, someone else will continue the work. You can't stop progress." Progress at what cost? Lisa snaps, stepping forward. How many lives will you ruin for your so-called progress? Mark glares at her, but before he can respond, Agent Parker's team moves in, disarming him and securing the device. It's over, Mark, Parker says. You're going away for a long time. As Mark is led away, I feel a weight lift off my shoulders. It's finally over. The data is secure, and Mark Benson can no longer harm anyone. Lisa and I return to the safe house, exhausted but relieved. Agent Parker assures us that Orion Solutions will be dismantled, and new regulations will prevent such abuses in the future. As we sit together, holding hands, I realize just how much we've been through. The secrets, the lies, the danger, it's all behind us now. And as we look forward to rebuilding our lives, I know we'll face whatever comes next together. Tom, thank you for standing by me, Lisa says, her eyes filled with gratitude. Always, I reply, kissing her forehead. We're a team. And we'll get through anything, as long as we're together. The sun rises on a new day, bringing with it the promise of a fresh start. The past may have been fraught with challenges, but the future is ours to shape. And with the truth finally out, we can move forward with hope and determination, ready to face whatever lies ahead.